Right, so if I haven't put you off already, let me share a little bit with you about what exactly is involved in the Fabulous Women course for a year. If you are interested in joining, it's quite important to know what you would be committing yourself to. So I wanted to explain that the Fabulous Women journey, once it begins, we start at the end of April, and once it begins and the group is established, it doesn't change for the whole of the year. So once you are in that group, the group stays the same and we all do the year together, which means that we build some quite deep, vulnerable relationships and we learn to trust each other over that time. And that's part of the power of what we do. So what you get during the year is each month begins with a message from me that will come to you online. You will get a recording of something that you can download and listen to while you're walking the dog or driving the car. But the recording is designed to begin to kind of get your thoughts ticking over on whatever the particular theme is that we're looking at. It gives you some questions to begin to turn over and explore. It gives you some starting points to begin mining down into yourself. And as soon as you listen to that, I guarantee you will begin to feel things shifting and stirring inside of yourself. At the same time, I also give you some what has been dubbed homework, but they're just exercises or like things to explore, questions that you can begin to ponder on. A lot of people use a journal for this and they actually physically write down their responses to the questions, or you might just want to use the questions as kind of a point for meditation and reflection over the month. But it's basically an opportunity to get you really thinking and reflecting and starting to respond to some of these important questions. Then you will also see me for one-to-one sessions. So we do one-to-one work, which may well begin with things as simple as posture, diet, your daily habits. But basically, we begin exploring what it feels like for you living in your body and begin to deepen the connection between the mind, the emotions, the body and the spirit, by which I mean the part of us that is like intangible, that's beyond like the physical stuff that we all tend to assume is me. So we begin to deepen those connections and we do a lot of work with the body. We do some healing work, we do some emotional release, all kinds of things happen in those one-to-one sessions that begin to kind of open you up to some new ideas and to finding yourself more fully. And then at the end of each month, we come together as a whole group. Now, those days are really, really powerful. There's a group energy that builds so that by the time we meet for the whole day on a Saturday, there's a kind of an excitement and an anticipation that's bubbling up. And when we all come together, because everybody's on this journey together, something really starts to get going. And I don't want to say too much about what happens on those days, but believe me, the sense of anticipation in the room is always pretty immense. It's a time of just catching up and chatting as well and of having a lot of fun, but some of the healing and the release and the revelation that occurs on those days is immense and life-changing. And I think probably everyone that's done a Fab Women course would say that there'll be one or two of those days in particular when they had a real breakthrough and went home feeling completely different. So they're really powerful. And the other thing that happens is we have a secret Facebook group online where we build a sense of community so that you can ask questions, you can offer support to somebody who's struggling, you can just post an update if things aren't going too well. And it becomes a place that becomes like the hub for communication and building our community, because a big part of what we do is share and support. And so the whole experience, when you put it together, is a really, really powerful one because it combines deep individual exploration with a powerful group, supportive, connected experience where we realise that we're not just doing this on our own, we're part of a whole. And so that, in a nutshell, is the Fabulous Women journey. You have two options when it comes to payment, because we know that it's a massive, massive commitment. So option one is the full package, just as I've described it to you now. It's all the online materials with the recordings and the homework tasks. It's the Facebook group. It's the one-to-one therapy, which is not just with me. We've also added this year a hypnotherapy session with follow-up with Layla, which is really great for unlocking your potential when you're ready. And it's the whole group day thing on a Saturday. So that's the whole package, and that is £1,450 for the year. You can pay that in instalments, £250 up front and 10 monthly payments of £120. Or if that's too expensive, what you can do is join the group by paying £800 for tier 2 entry. And for £800, and you pay this in instalments too, so it's £100 up front as a deposit, and then 10 monthly payments of £70 a month over 10 months. And what you get for that is you get to join in the Saturday all together meetings, and you get all the online materials. So that's the Facebook group, the recordings, all the homework, exploration. You get all of that. You and I will have an initial meeting when you first sign up to kind of talk through everything and make sure that, you know, we're on the same page and that I understand what your needs are. But then basically you can leave it at that, or if at some point during the year you want to then take advantage of some of the one-to-one sessions that are on offer, you can take them up on a pay-as-you-go basis depending on what your budget is and what you feel is necessary. So you have two options if you want to join the journey, and I hope that makes it affordable and accessible if you want to do it. If you want to find out more, do please get in touch. I'd be very happy to talk to you and answer any questions that you might have. Look forward to hearing from you.